Hey everyone, and welcome back to a pickups video. Let's get into it. So welcome back everyone, and welcome to this week's pickups. Today is Saturday, so I'm getting this out a lot quicker than I usually would, which is a good thing. So, this week I managed to pick up a lot of stuff. I don't mean a lot of stuff, because I went out this week. I actually enjoyed my surroundings for once and bought loads of stuff, and then kind of regretted it later on when I looked at my bank balance. But still, I've got some great pickups to show everyone, so let's get straight into it. I'll start with these Game Boy games, because Game Boy games are always fun. Now, in I guess, primary school, I had Pokemon Red. I never had Pokemon Blue or Pokemon Yellow. I got Pokemon Crystal after these, so I picked those up for little to no money. They were literally like, I think it was £2 each in cash converters, so I was not gonna ignore those so they can go in the Game Boy collection. Along with those two Game Boy games, I got two more in the same thing, but these ones were £4 because they came with the little cases. I got Metroid 2 for the Game Boy, and I also got Donkey Kong Land, which is best used apparently with the Super Game Boy adapter. So there will be some screen footage, but I've yet to play this one, and I've yet to play this one, but I have played Metroid 2 before, so I know that is a good game. So moving on! I guess we'll go to the newest thing on my pile. I recently heard about this coming out, so I quickly got on the pre-order scheme for this, and I didn't like it when it first came out on PS2, so I'm going to try rectifying that by playing it again. It is Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age for PlayStation 4. I wasn't a big fan of this one when it came out. I kind of skipped it altogether because I was just a bit like, no, it's not the same. But now I'm older and I can appreciate it. I guess I'll give it another try now I own it again. So, Final Fantasy XII. Now, I'll do these three all in the spur of the moment. I got some Wii U titles because everyone knows, if you watch my videos, I love the Wii U. So I thought I'd get some extras. So I do already own this on 3DS, which is Rayman Legends, which is an excellent side-scrolling platform. I mean, it's Rayman for one, who's one of my favourites, and it's a really great game as well. I highly recommend picking that up, especially the fact that it's as cheap as chips. So I got this and another one, too, for £20 from Game. Now, the next game I got, which the first one isn't released in the UK for some reason, and I saw it with obviously for the 2 for 20, and I thought in my head, oh, I'll just buy that, see what that's like, and it's a kind of a smash-up between Sonic, Mario, and pretty much every other 3D platformer you can think of. I guess it's a pretty solid game from what I've played of it. I quite enjoy it. A lot of people don't seem too pleased with it, but it is Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures 2. I'd never played it. I think it's on 360 as well. I've never played it, so I thought I'd pick that up in the 2 for 20 deal. And actually, it's not too bad. Mainly the graphics are a little bit poor. They're not great, but they're not bad. They're sort of that sort of middle ground where it's kind of okay. I think the HD is the saving grace for it, really. But so far, what I've played from it, it's a pretty solid game. I've quite enjoyed it. So that would be one to look out for if you can get it quite cheap. I wouldn't recommend paying a lot of money for it. And now the third Wii U title I bought this week is I found it on a car boot, then realised I couldn't play it. And it's technically still in cellophane as well, because I flipped it over when I got home and realised it's only for America. Actually, I'll read exactly what it says. Plays on Wii U systems, sold for Americas only. Americas. I don't know if you can see that. It's like right on the bottom, Americas. Yeah, so I can't play it on my Wii U. And it is the Giana Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut, which I think is a very solid game, and by the same people who are making the new Bubsy game, like I said in my video. So now that's the Wii U out of the way, but we'll stick with Nintendo for a minute, and I will do my two. I picked up two GameCube games because one was £3 and the other one was £5, so £8 altogether. I bought Burnout for the GameCube, which is an excellent game. I have very fond memories of playing this with a lot of friends. It's probably one of my favourite racing games, other than Need for Speed Underground 2. That game is bliss. Riders on the Storm come on, you know what's going to be happening. And I picked up the 2002 Spider-Man game, which is no patch on the Spider-Man 2 game, but it's still a solid game. I quite like this one. If I'm honest, it's very in the same vein of the previous two Spider-Man games for PS1. which I really enjoyed at the time, and this was one of my favourite games for quite a while, but I owned it on PS2 originally. I think I still own it on PS2. Yeah, it's up there. You can't see it. I'm sorry. So that's my 2 GameCube games for this week, which are quite good. Now, moving swiftly on to a pile of PlayStation 1 games, I walked into Cash Converters, and I bought the compendium, I don't know, like the big bumper editions of the Walking Dead comics. I've got Volume 1 and 2 from in there, and this guy was literally like, do you want a load of PS1 games for 25p? I was like, yeah, why? And he was like, because we're now about to throw them out, and they're 25p. Even though they still have stickers on to say £3, but I generally pay 25 pence each. In which I got Soviet Strike PlayStation Classics. Never played it. Don't know what it's like. For 25p, I'm not going to argue. I did play this, Colin McRae Rally, which is an excellent racing game if you've ever played that. And one of my favourite racing games on the PS1, which is Gran Turismo 2, and it's still really good to this day, and I still like playing it. Brilliant game. But my favourite thing, because I keep going on about how Croc's one of my favourite platforming games, and I don't actually own Croc 2, but I have played it, so Croc 2 was for 25p. My childhood heart is melting. Yeah, so I got Croc 2. Ah, the disc fell out, that's kind of depressing. I hope the little prong, no they're not broken, it's okay, the prongs aren't broken. So I got Croc 2, so happy about getting that. But the only actual PlayStation 1 game that I did pay full price for whilst I was in there, which was only £8, I think. Or was it less than that? I think it might have been 6. Which was Final Fantasy VIII Platinum. I do own it on the normal edition, but I'm sad like that, and I had to own it in Platinum, so I picked up Final Fantasy VIII. Probably my next favourite Final Fantasy compared to Final Fantasy VII. I really like Final Fantasy VIII. It did get a hard time when it came out, but what are you gonna do? Down to the last 2 things, or a couple of things. I was looking to get a copy of Tiny Toons on the Mega Drive for my friend Robert, who you saw in this video. And I was on a car boot and I bought like a £5 box of crap, really, just like full of Mega Drive stuff. And I got a couple of controllers, a couple of games. The games I kind of already have, so I've sort of stuck them on my eBay. But they did have Tiny Toons in there. And they actually had another Tiny Toons in there. So, Rob, you've got a Tiny Toons whenever I see you next. Moving on swiftly, I think I showed it on a pickup video. Probably not, actually, because I think I bought it before I started doing these. I bought Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo on an X-Blockbuster cartridge. You know, like a display cabinet cartridge. And it says, not for resale. Yeah, not for resale. So I thought I'd get it a case from Dangerous Games. So now I have a fully boxed Donkey Kong Country, and it's nice repro box, and it looks absolutely fantastic. As usual, I cannot recommend these guys enough. They do excellent work for repro boxes. Now, I guess not video game related stuff. I got some new amiibos. They're slowly filling up. I bought the Super Smash Bros. Link, which is there. Got these all really cheap, by the way. I got another Splatoon amiibo because why not? I sort of got them all together because they were all pretty cheap. So I think it was like £5 for £6, £5 for £5. I can't remember. I just picked the load up whilst I was there. I got the Pac-Man amiibo. Oh, look at me dancing. And I got a Ganondorf amiibo. Wonderful. So that's pretty much it for this week. Bar one more thing. I got this offline off a very dodgy Chinese website, and I remember seeing these. It is the Skull Kid collectible figurine for Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. He's not in the box, because is he in frame? No, he's not in frame. I was going to say, if he's in frame, you can try and spot him if you like, but I've already took him out for display purposes. I now get him down. He looks absolutely fantastic. I was really impressed when this finally came. Look how good it looks. Doesn't actually do anything, but it looks pretty, so that's good enough for me. Right, so moving on. That is it. That's your lot. The next video will probably be a gameplay video, which will probably be out tomorrow, because I'm going to record some other stuff tonight. So for now, remember to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!
What could possibly go wrong?